Speaker Mike Johnson may have just blown up one of the left's favorite rumors, that Donald Trump was secretly complicit with Jeffrey Epstein. Nope. According to Speaker Johnson, Trump wasn't part of Epstein's evil. He was actually an FBI informant working to take him down.
When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down.
Yeah, let that sink in. But here's the twist. While Trump may have clean hands with Epstein, he isn't entirely blameless. Stick around, you'll see what I mean.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
So the left-wing media furiously tried to argue that Speaker Johnson backed off his comment, but yesterday he clarified Trump was working with law enforcement and even helping the victims. So notice what Speaker Johnson didn't do. He didn't walk it back, and he didn't say he misspoke about the FBI. He doubled down. And this lines up with what the victim's lawyer, Brad Edwards, said. Back in 2009, Trump actually helped their investigation. Edwards' own words.
Only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know, and was very helpful in the information that he gave, and gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him. That was in 2009. That was in 2009.
That's not the picture the left wing painted, is it? For years, the media and Democrats insisted that because Trump's a womanizer, he must have been involved with Epstein's evil. But every Epstein victim who's been asked says the opposite.
Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
And Johnson was right to point out that Democrats are using this story with impure motives, not to help victims, but to weaponize it against Trump. Hello, they could have used it over the last 4 years or in the campaign. They didn't. And apparently you can't teach an old dog new tricks, because speaking of weapons, Democrats just released what they claim is a creepy birthday card from Trump to Epstein. Yet again, they throw out an unprovable smear while the actual evidence points the other way. It's the same old game. Accuse first, fact check, never. And that raises a question. Why is Trump now calling this whole thing a hoax? Well, Speaker Johnson whispers for Trump, where he says that Trump isn't talking about Epstein's crimes. Those were horrific. He says Democrats are trying to use Epstein the same way they used the Russia collusion dossier, as a smear campaign. Same playbook, different headline. But here's where it gets interesting, spiritually interesting. So why has this lie captured the minds of so many people? Why does the rumor mill keep spinning? James chapter 3 says, the tongue is a fire. It sets the whole course of one's life on fire. Rumors spread like wildfire. And the twist is this: Trump may have been innocent with Epstein, but he's not innocent with his words. He played with fire before. The Obama birtherism, the Ted Cruz father and JFK rumor. Jesus warned, with the same measure you use, it will be measured back to you. Live by the sword of the tongue, and don't be surprised when it comes swinging back.
It sound right, boys.
So what does this have to do with us? Everything. The same fire that burns in Washington, D.C. can burn in our homes, our churches, our friendships. If we use rumors to destroy people, that's sin. But if we use truth to tear down lies and warped ideologies that stand against God, then we're doing exactly what we're called to do. Trump, well, he may have helped the FBI or law enforcement take down Epstein, but even he can't escape the reality of God's truth. The tongue is a fire, and whether it burns down a forest or burns down a lie depends on how you use it. I'm Brian Tuttermore with today's Faith Check News. Remember, think right first, then speak God's truth.